laughed, right in his face, an old man walking slowly across the sand, hand trembling as he reached for the reins of $1 million horse. The guests were already whispering. Someone whispered, "He's gonna get himself killed." And Brandon West, the billionaire who owned the ranch, just smiled like it was a joke. But 30 seconds later, that same man was on his knees. And what happened between that laugh and the fall changed everything. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Your city might have a story just like this one. Brandon West wasn't the kind of man who got humbled easily. At 38, he was worth more than some towns, a tech prodigy. Turned ranch baron, he'd built an empire in Wyoming by buying out old family lands and turning them into sleek luxury retreats. He loved horses, but more as trophies than animals, especially Titan, his prize stallion. Wild, aggressive, impossible to break unless your name was on a check with 7 zeros. That Saturday, he was hosting a private showcase. Big hats, bourbon, and cameras everywhere. Titan was going to be the star, but just as the handler struggled to control the horse, a figure appeared by the fence. Slow, gray, limping, a man out of place. "Who let that guy in?" someone whispered. The man stepped onto the sand like he belonged there. His shirt was dusty, his boots looked older than half the guests, and his voice, when he finally spoke, was calm and low. "I can get him to settle." Brandon looked at him like he was a mosquito. "You? Buddy, this horse would crush you." The man didn't flinch. "He knows me, he just doesn't remember yet." Laughter. Real, full-on laughter from the crowd. Brandon waved a hand. "Fine, be my guest." Everyone held their breath. Cameras pointed. Some turned away, thinking it would end in disaster, but the horse stopped. Titan's ears twitched, his breathing slowed. And as the man stepped closer, whispering words no one could hear, the crowd went completely silent. The horse lowered its head, gently, like greeting an old friend. Jason, one of the younger ranch hands, stared with his mouth open. He'd never seen Titan that calm. The man ran a hand along the stallion's neck, murmuring something only the two of them seemed to understand. Then Titan turned his massive body and nudged Brandon straight to the ground, hard. The billionaire hit the dirt. The gasp from the audience was loud, but not as loud as the silence that followed. Ellis, that was his name. He pulled something from his shirt pocket, a photo, yellowed and worn. In it, a young boy, maybe 6, sitting on a tiny pony. Behind him, a younger version of the man now standing in front of them. The boy was Brandon. The trainer, Ellis. Brandon sat in the dust, staring. He hadn't seen that face in over 30 years. His mother had hired Ellis before the accident that took her. After that, Brandon was sent away. The land, the horses, everything was sold. Titan's bloodline came from Ellis's mare. He wasn't just a stranger, he was the beginning of it all. "I didn't come here to make a scene," Ellis said quietly. "I came to say goodbye to the last thing I ever loved." Brandon's voice cracked when he asked, "Why didn't you say anything?" "You wouldn't have listened," Ellis replied. "You had to feel it." And he did. Brandon stood, dust on his expensive jeans, and reached out, not to shake a hand, but to hold Ellis's wrist. "I remember now," he said. "You taught me how to ride." "No, kid," Ellis said with a small smile. "I taught you how to fall and get back up." Brandon offered him the position of head trainer on the spot. Ellis refused. "Let someone younger have the title. I just wanted to see him one last time." Titan nuzzled him like he understood. Brandon watched the old man walk away, his knees sore, his ego broken, but something deeper finally healed. Comment, respect, if you believe real value can't be measured in money or titles, only in memory and the hearts we shape. There's a story here on the screen that will also move you. Press play, you won't regret it.